Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 74 of your favorite podcast, Survival of the Fitted. You're chilling here with your boy Joe Williams, a.k.a. Joseph A. Bank. And we got none other than Ian Pierno to the side of me. How are you doing today?
I'm good. We're literally right next to each other. We are, for the audio listeners, this is, probably every 2 months, you got an Ian Joe in-person pod sesh.
We do.
Those are usually our better podcasts because usually we do something interesting.
Yeah.
Because I coordinate your social life.
You've never been we could do cool stuff in the Bay. Like, we can go to Barnes & Nobles. We can go to Target.
Have you ever pooped in a Barnes & Noble?
No. Why would I have done that?
Because, when you're out and about, you know how, some places, you have to, like Starbucks, you have to, buy a latte in order to poop there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Barnes & Noble is a place where you don't have to buy anything to poop there. So
noted. That is noted. I noted that.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's always on the third floor, so it's kind of a journey. You're taking the escalators, I don't know, just the anticipation is building up. It's
wow.
It's a top tier place to poop.
This is a personal experience.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure, 100% personal
absolutely,
experience.
Bro.
The third floor and everything.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Why are we talking about Barnes & Nobles right now?
Because
we're in the beautiful city of San Diego. To the right of me.
Angeles.
Yeah, I love San Diego. Good morning, San Diego.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Yeah, Joe came down.
Shout out Regis for hopping in the scene real quick.
Just jumped up.
Yeah, shout out Regis.
That picked up on the mic. You want to say something?
No, but we did some cool stuff while I was down here. I invited Ian over to this cool party that I got invited to, because I'm cool. You want to talk about that?
I'm going to tell this story.
Yeah, go ahead and tell a story.
So we went to this release party thing for a brand. And anyway, Travis Barker was there. And I'm not even going to lie. I don't think most famous people are cool, but Travis Barker is cool.
Barker's cool.
Blink is the first concert that I remember going to. You know what I mean? I used to listen to their CDs on a CD player. Anyway, so we're at this thing and there's a little band playing and Travis is a couple feet from us. And Joe is
I'm shoulder to shoulder.
Joe is full on.
I was in some Instagram stories, I'm not gonna lie.
You were geeking out.
Yeah.
You were geeking out hard.
I went through I was going through the.
You were bro, we got to get a picture. And I was
True.
Nobody's getting a picture with him. You were you're right, nobody's doing that. And I was let's just say what's up. And Joe was okay, you lead the way, you do it.
I'm usually like this.
And he's talking to his kids and shit. And I'm bro, I was come on, let's balance. You stuck to your guns. You're no.
Nah, because I'm never going to see this guy this close, this accessible ever again.
Ian, you have to say what's up.
Yeah, and he's one of the superheroes that we both grew up with. So there's no way we're not saying something.
I just walk over and I'm yo, me and my boy are big fans. Blink was my first concert. I dapped him up and he was really nice. He was wow, thank you so much. And he claps my hand with both of his hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We dapped up right hand, but then he brought his left hand in and held my hand.
Oh, wow.
And then that was the moment and he was about to move on.
And I was standing.
Joe was right behind me.
Yeah.
And I pointed at Joe, dap him up too.
Yeah.
And he was oh, okay.
And then I reached out, and then I finally reach out my hand, and then Travis Barker out here just daps me up also, and that was one of the greatest moments ever. It was amazing.
And Joe literally was doing I'm never watching.
I'm never gonna watch. I've never had that moment before. There's never been a famous person that I've dapped, or I was geeked on the Jalen Green thing, but it wasn't nuts. It was I'm older than that guy, but Travis Barker, come on now.
Yeah,
I'm 23. I was one of the guys we grew up on. Travis Barker, MTV 2000s. That's fire.
I feel you, by the way, about geeking out about ball players now. I went through this a couple years ago when I was 23, when the draft, the draftees start being younger than you for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's harder to be a super fan. I'm not being a super fan of a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Who was the most famous person you had met before Travis Barker?
Met?
Yeah.
Sheesh, I don't even know. Mets? Probably Gary V. Like, I mean, like, met. Like, you dapped him up and was like, hey, what's up? What, blah, 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 blah.
Did you
blah,
dap
blah,
up
blah,
Gary
blah. Yeah, we had like a whole little. I told you about this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like lying my way to get over into the circle. They're like, oh, so how do you know Gary? And I like lied my way. Me and my friend went over to Gary.
This was at All-Star Weekend.
This is All-Star Weekend at the Gary V party. And I lied my way. We went over there.
Travis Barker's a bit cooler.
Way cooler than way cooler than Gary V. So
damn, Gary V is the second most interesting person you've
met. Not interesting. But yeah. I mean, I feel like I've probably seen somebody at All-Star Weekend. Maybe I just don't remember.
Yeah.
No, I'm capping. Sean Witherspoon. He's hella cool.
You danced?
I ran into Sean Witherspoon.
You danced on a table with Kid Leroy.
I did do that.
That counts. That's close enough.
That's a pretty cool.
I would actually say dancing next to someone directly on a table is more intimate than like dapping someone up and being like, "What's up?"
It was a dark venue though, so I don't even think he even was really even there for real. But
what do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like he probably was like not really mentally there type stuff, but who knows?
Oh,
Kid Leroy.
Okay.
Yeah, Kid Leroy.
Let's say Kid
cool.
Leroy. Kid Leroy's number 2.
No, Sean Witherspoon was really cool. Just because I was way more geeked about that. Like the Kid Leroy, I was like, oh, this is cool. I've heard his songs. Awesome.
He's
but
younger.
like Sean Witherspoon was like 100% like you didn't walk into that Chipotle knowing that he was gonna be there. Yeah. And I was like, are you Sean Witherspoon? He's like, yeah. And I'm like,
was that in LA too?
No, it was in Cleveland.
Oh, I remember you told me this. That's right.
And he was like, yeah, it's cold as hell outside, right? And I'm like, he's having a conversation with me. Like, he's not cool. He's not too cool to like walk away.
He literally defaulted to the weather.
Yeah, defaulted to the what is it? The 1-2 All-Star Weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When'd you get in?
The Adam Figman rules of All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
When did you get in? When are you leaving? And the weather. Those are like the only 3 things you can talk about at All-Star Weekend. That's like all All-Star. What day did you get in? What day you leave?
Yeah, I hate that I didn't remember the Sean Witherspoon thing off top, man. I hate that.
It's okay.
It's almost like I forgot it happened, but
yeah.
Shout out Sean Witherspoon.
So yeah, Joe.
Well, we met Travis Barker. Life accomplishment. Boom.
You're a future Santa Monican. You're a future Angelino.
Yeah, hopefully one day.
It's in the cards. Every time you come here, you fuck shit up, dude.
I do, man. This is what I've been known to do, man.
Like, you've never not come here and not had something iconic happen.
I'm gonna go on brand with that because I don't really want to think about whatever. Yeah, I agree with you. Very iconic. Me and Ian obviously need to make like a movie about what we do in like these 72-hour spans that we have together. Crazy.
Like what, bi-monthly? Would bi-monthly be twice a month or every other month? Because I'm trying to say every other month. Because you come like every other month, right?
Yeah, like every 7 weeks.
Yeah. So anyway, we had to talk about that. It was a big deal for Joe.
Cool moment.
It was a good trip. We're actually waiting on an Uber Eats order. Joe paid for my breakfast today.
Oh man, are we really gonna expose me? We did agree that we would expose me.
Yeah.
Me and Ian, let me give these people the background information before Ian goes and caps on this microphone real quick. We and Ian played a best of 5 series in NBA 2K22.
Yep.
I think we could pick whatever team we wanted. I picked the Charlotte Hornets and he picked
a 40. You picked a 43 win team.
I picked a team that didn't make the playoffs and he picked the best team.
You picked the 7th seed.
He picked the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. And
I picked Miami. But we play with fatigue off, so it's like our 5s matched up.
If you could say that.
Yeah, like Miami is better than Charlotte because their bench is deeper, but like our 5-on-5 was equal.
We weren't subbing anybody in the game.
Yeah, no, we ran the same. Like fatigue off is the way to play.
Although
2K.
I did sub Kelly Oubre in the game, I'm not gonna lie.
And Joe goes up 1-0. I tie it up.
As I should.
Then he goes up 2-1, and I'm like, yo, loser of the series buys breakfast tomorrow. And he was like,
I'm feeling confident at this point.
And nobody talks more shit playing 2K than him.
Ian talks a lot too, though.
But the last 2 games, I did not.
He was locked in. I'm not gonna lie. Last 2 games,
Joe talks like first quarter talks crazy, bro. Crazy. Like, and anyway, so games 4 and 5, he blew double-digit leads in both.
You didn't have to say that.
And was still talking shit the entire time. Game 4, he hits like a floater with LaMelo Ball, takes the lead, and he's going crazy. He's running around my apartment with the controller.
Yeah.
He's like, series done. It's over.
Finito.
Just like that, boom, Tyler Hero, mid-range bucket, cash, game over.
It's a tough life to live.
And then game 5, he goes up in double digits in the first quarter. Tyler Hero has 0 points that quarter. He's talking insane.
I'm talking crazy at this point.
I am not speaking a single word.
I'm the type of person where it just gets me going. So I'll talk when I'm down 20. I'm Russell Westbrook yelling at the babies in the bubble.
And then
That's me.
I scored 35 in the second half with Tyler Harrow and got the dub.
That's irrelevant. But I'm like Russell Westbrook in the bubble. I just love.
So anyway, he got my breakfast burrito and latte and the Uber Eats delivery fee.
Yeah. So if we have to take a moment of breaking the action in this podcast to pick up the food,
it's because it's at the door and we and so yeah, not everything was good for you this week, but it's good. It's good to humble you a little bit.
It's good. Speaking of L's, though, as I segue and transition into basketball content, I'm gonna give an L to the Chase Center. As a fellow Bay Arean, I think we got to do a better job at like really gripping the content that is pumping out these days. And what I'm speaking about is Fake Clay and how he got banned from the Chase Center because he like walked on the court and shot around.
Okay, Cons, for you guys that don't know, this YouTuber, Big Dawes TV, whatever, he like kind of looks like a Kmart Klay Thompson. So he showed up to game, I don't know, like 5-4, whatever. He showed up to one of the games like in the player entrance, and he wore like a hoodie and like, you know, kind of
headband and whatever.
And like they just let him in, assuming he was Klay Thompson. And like not only did he like get into the arena, but he like was able to get a ball, go on the court, and like got like
for 15 minutes.
Yeah, made a couple threes, was like shooting around like before being kicked out. He was banned from the arena.
Yeah,
et cetera, et cetera. But I can't believe the security, because so he walked in wearing like Warriors game shorts and like a Warriors warm-up hoodie and basketball shoes and mid-calf socks and all
as
that.
As if Klay Thompson's pulling up like that.
Right, like
1 p.m.
Do you guys follow LeagueFits? Like, when has an NBA player ever walked into a game in their game shorts?
Yeah, I hear you on that.
And they were like, he's wearing a Warriors uniform and shorts.
Another thing that we like is notable, this guy's like 6 something, like he's like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", maybe 6'3".
Yeah,
Klay Thompson's like a solid 6'7". So like I don't understand why like so many people like, oh my god, Klay Thompson, and they get on like.
But bro, we're not shit. Like this dude like got to be a real life NBA player for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think multiple occasions too. For like, I think he's done this like a
bunch
of times.
But like. Yeah, he has like he's gotten into the arena and stuff and gotten fans to think it's him, but like not on the fucking court with the basketball
in the NBA
taking
finals.
shots. Yeah. Bro got banned from the arena, but dude, he lived the dream.
Yeah. That's a great story to tell.
I low-key checked Getty Images. I'm like, I wonder if like they took a picture of him.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Like walking in the tunnel. Because I'm guessing he arrived like probably just before the players started arriving anyway. Mm-hmm. It's like the photographers were probably there. The NBA was probably like, don't post it.
Yeah, I feel it though. This poses the question though. What's the better YouTube NBA moment this year? Is it Fake Clay walking in and taking shots at like on the court in the NBA Finals, or Gideon getting his haircut in a not so notable game, Minnesota Timberwolves? That went crazy. That was super viral.
Fake Clay. You
think Fake Clay was bigger?
Yeah. So I know that was so orchestrated and planned, the Fake Clay thing.
Yeah.
But also like I don't know. The Gideon thing just felt like TikTok viral. Like, what's like the silliest thing I can do? You know what I mean? Whereas like, you know what I mean? Anyone, in theory, you could get your hair cut at a game. Anyone can do that.
It's too safe. Like you're already there. It's safe. You're in. You've got player connections. Like already. Like
anyone listening to this pod could buy a seat at an NBA game, buy a seat for their homie, and have them like bring clippers and cut their hair.
Although I don't know if you can bring clippers in the game because it's like a metal detector, right? Or I don't know how it works.
You can bring scissors, bro.
You could do that? But like he had like a whole barber cape, and I'm like, there had to be some like.
You can bring that in, bro.
You could bring.
Bro, I bought a garment bag with a giant Rick Owens jacket to a Brooklyn Nets game to give to David. Yeah, because he was like staying at like the G League facility, so I had to give it to him. Yeah, you're allowed to like. It's not that hard to bring shit into an NBA game,
which is kind of sad.
So you know what I'm saying? Like anyone could have done that. Not anyone
taking shots
could sneak into the arena. Yeah. As Fake Clay and get on the court. So I'm going to say that's probably the biggest YouTube moment of the year.
I'll agree with you on that one. I do want to give it to Gideon, but it is pretty absurd because Gideon didn't get banned for life. Fake Clay got banned for life, which it's an L.
I'm not banning Fake Clay for life. For the biscuit.
Yeah, I'm not banning Fake Clay.
Risked it for the clout, but you know. Yeah. So speaking of being at games, you guys probably remember a few episodes ago, me and Joe gave us the guidelines, the how to get shows at a WNBA game, because I had just sat courtside for the first time. And he was like, you got to be like the girl at the bar with the book. So he's like, you got to bring a book to a WNBA game.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our pod listeners, Johnny Tsunami, like
Shout out.
he's like
Johnny Tsunami.
Shidozi in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you got to get in the Discord. He went to a New York Liberty game and brought a book. He said, I showed up. I wore my orange WNBA hoodie. I brought a book. It was like The Subtle Art of Not like giving a frick.
Okay.
A frick. See, I censored myself.
There you go. Good job.
I want us to say PG-13, but not R. And he said he was getting looks.
There you go. Good job, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's perfect example of life imitating art right there.
Ooh,
perfect example of that.
That was a beautiful job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't know.
Awesome
we just want to shout out our Discord homie.
Yeah. Shout out to the Discord in general. You guys should hop in there. It's a beautiful community of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out, Joe. We got to sit courtside at a Sparks game with books.
Let's do it.
And like Walt Whitman.
Don't know who that is, but let's do it.
Who did you quote the other day?
Walt Whitman?
No, you quoted like a poet the other day in my apartment. You were like, yeah, I was reading Shakespeare.
Oh, it's Shakespeare, the Tempest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I was reading Shakespeare. I saw something. I was like, what the hell, bro?
What you mean?
You're the same guy that says, I don't read unless it's for a grade.
Yeah. But I mean, I might get a bag off what I read. So, shoot.
Respect.
Let's do it.
All right, NBA Finals. We're recording this the Thursday afternoon.
The finals are tonight. Somebody could possibly be getting hardware tonight.
Right. This could be the last game. You're going to be listening Friday morning. If the Warriors won, the series is over. If Boston won, and then we'll do this all again next week. But your finals fits MVP pick so far.
I'm going to give it to Mr. One-on-One, Juan Toscano Anderson. Yeah, I just feel like he showed up and he showed out. You know what I'm saying? Probably didn't get too much tick on the floor.
Does he play?
He plays.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched.
He was in the dunk contest. I'm pretty sure he plays. He's usually in the rotation. They just they shorten it to 8 guys. He might be.
It's the finals. You gotta play Steph Curry 43 minutes a night.
Yes, that type of thing. Yeah. But yeah,
I'd probably go with Juan too. Though I still stand by the fact Gary Payton had the Gary Payton the second had the best fit of the finals.
Which was
it was like the black. It was like the all black. He had like the bucket hat, the shades, the tank top.
We'll put it up on the screen for our loyal YouTube listeners.
That was the best fit of the finals for sure. But
I like Juan's pants. I think that was the best fit of the finals. The jeans.
Oh, the jeans with the holes all in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was
pretty hard. That was the best piece anybody wore in the whole entire
that was the
NBA
best piece
finals.
anyone wore.
Yeah.
Of course, there was the suit jacket that Jason Tatum wore game 1. Most viral moment.
Yeah, with all the pink and
you either loved it or hated it. I liked it.
I liked it too.
I liked it too.
I'm a fan of pink. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Living life in pink.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we both are gonna say JTA then. This isn't like first take. We're not gonna pretend to debate.
Oh yeah.
So JTA. But game 6 is tonight. There's still a potential game 7. It was tight for me between JTA and Jason Tatum, JTA and JT. So my pick is subject to change.
So I feel like it's locked in for me, but for you,
really, what if JTA pulled up say in a tech fleece and Jason Tatum wore, I don't know, like a Rick Owens bodysuit.
Jason Tatum is gonna have to wear something that's gonna beat the jeans, and I really don't think anything's gonna beat the jeans. Just because if I think about it. Those are some of the coolest pants I've seen all season.
Yeah.
All season. So I highly doubt this last game is going to be that much more. And if anything, I highly in a game 7, JT's probably going to lock in on some Kobe Bryant type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Probably pull up with some tech fleece on.
What if he showed up in a Kobe jersey?
Oh my lord.
Kobe jersey and swingman.
How do you feel? Because we touched on this, but it's gotten worse. Oh, I won't say it's gotten worse, but it's gotten a lot more. Huh?
Nah, it's cool. It's whatever. It's his motivation. People just gotta stop hating, bro.
I feel it, I guess. But yeah. Either way, subject to change. I'm locked in. Doesn't matter. We're both still rooting for a game 7 as far as actual basketball being played. I don't want it to end today. Not gonna lie, I'm having too much fun with this stuff. So
yeah. I always like Mark said the other week or last week, we just root for chaos.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
I also have just no rooting interest in this series. I don't like the Celtics. I'm sick of the Warriors.
I agree with you on that. Even if Boston wins, I highly doubt they're gonna ever do this again.
Yeah.
But
Have you ever been to Boston?
Absolutely not. But
really unlikable people.
Really? I doubt they are likable. I feel like they're like the worst. They're like a worse bunch than the New York.
Oh, definitely. Because it's like New York level passion, but like through a Barstool Sports lens.
Oh my lord!
You know what I mean? Like,
it's an unfortunate place to be, man.
Yeah,
it's an unfortunate place to be. When's the last time you got a Game 7 in the NBA Finals? That's a good question.
Lakers and Miami definitely didn't. Who was in the finals last year? No, that went to 6.
Phoenix. Can we talk about how the finals last year was so freaking? I don't know why it was just so cool. Like it's way cooler. I feel like they captured the moment.
Fresh.
Yeah,
Bucks Suns.
They said 2016.
We had 2016, which was the best
basketball game I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, that was the best basketball season because that was also Kobe's last year. So that was when we saw Kobe drop 50 in his last game.
If you want to start talking about 2016, I might shed a tear right now because that was peak humanity for everybody.
Lil Uzi Vert was on the top of the world.
God. Mother of God. What I would give to go back 6 years.
Everybody's like Tinder profile song was Money Longer. Like,
oh my lord.
That was such a great era. Yeah, Kobe's last year. The Warriors were just so fun to watch.
The dunk contest that year where Aaron Gordon
was that?
I'm pretty
I think that was the second round of it, but it was still lit.
Or either way, I'm like, yo, what the heck? That was
All-Star
game was in Canada.
That was a basketball year where I was watching all the basketball games.
Chino Hills going crazy.
Oh yeah, LaMelo was pointing at half court,
shooting it from 50 feet out. I'm like, yo,
yeah,
what
dude,
in the world?
Yeah, I don't know if there will ever be a better NBA season.
Even like the NFL was lit, yo. Like I remember I was like Odell Beckham going wild.
Oh yeah, Giants season. Odell.
Sheesh.
Yeah, because that was the one random year in the past 10 years that the Giants were good.
Yeah, they were like had a little boat situation that year. That was a lit year, yo. That was like the greatest year in humanity. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the crazy part is, I remember in 2016, people were talking about how lame 2016 was. Where everybody was like, "Oh, was this a terrible?" I'm like, "You guys have." I already had a feeling. I'm like, bro, like the birth of SoundCloud, all that stuff. I'm like, bro, we really are like living in the good days, and I was able to see it too. I was like, man, like. I don't know how old I was in 2016. I was probably like 18 or something like that.
Yeah,
but like,
that was my freshman,
I was aware
year of college.
Yeah, that was I think I was like 2 years. That was my first year out of college or out of high school. Man, that was a great time. But yeah, hopefully this podcast felt like 2016 for you guys.
Hopefully so. So we touched on this on Wednesday on the secret pod. We dropped a secret pod just for our Discord listeners. It was up for like an hour.
If you know, you know.
So it was just up. So a few of you may have heard. But I want to give Joe his flowers.
Because I'll accept these flowers.
Joe was... we got interviewed in... You got it, bro.
We got interviewed in the New York Times.
New York Times. Gonna listen to these New York rhymes. Southern dude.
What? Yeah, we went to New York Times, ladies and gentlemen. It was pretty cool. We got like an hour-long interview, and they used about, 14 words for me? About 24 for you? Something like that?
They wrote an article about Stephen Curry and what he's been wearing to the finals, which is kind of funny because like this lady, and she was like a capital J real journalist. Ooh. Calls us, and it's like dude, we're on the phone for like an hour.
64
and she's
minutes.
Like, so Stephen Curry, like big deal on LeagueFits, right? And Joe's like, no, actually, he's not at all. Frank Jackson is way cooler. He gets way more engagement. Yeah. She's like, but like the star players do better on the account. And Joe's like,
absolutely not.
Nah, actually, he was like, if you look
doesn't really matter.
He's like, if you look at the likes, Jordan Poole, Juan Toscano Anderson getting more likes. And it was a whole thing. He was like, but that's why she called us though, is because like
she needed Ian's master insight.
There's probably nobody that knows more about NBA fashion in the world than you and me.
Yeah, than Ian Pierre.
Well, it was both of us, Joe. Come on. And anyway, so we're on the phone for like an hour, and we're like, damn, like we gonna run this article.
Chopping it up.
So they published the article, and
they published the article, and then I honestly kind of forgot about it because it was so. It was like we did it like on the weekend.
Yeah, it was a few days later,
and then maybe like 5 days later.
Yeah,
I just like forgot that it even happened.
Yeah,
because no disclaimer alert. I don't read the newspaper, so I'm not really like in tune with the newspaper. And then
Anyway,
Ian messaged me. He was like, yo.
Yeah, send it to Joe.
He sent me the article, and I was like, holy crap. So I went on, I was in the gym, went to the locker room, sat down with a bunch of whatever, sat down, went, scrolled through it, looking for my name, and I found it. Where did I find it at, Ian? Where did I find my name in this article?
Joe's quote.
In the back of the bus.
Well, both of us. I'm the second to last paragraph in the article, and Joe's the last sentence of the last paragraph.
Oh, man.
I did get a Mr. Purno, though.
Yeah, and I got like a tag-along.
They're like Joe Williams, who does LeagueFits.
Joe Williams, who also might be cool, maybe not. Who knows?
And it was like probably the least interesting thing we said.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about that. As far as journalism goes, she's really good at like her job as far as like asking a question and then just like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She was like, you know how like in school you have to like answer stuff and it's like, yes, say the answer and why.
Yeah.
She was doing that. She's like, okay, why are these people big in NBA fashion? And why?
It's like she had like a word count that she had
like,
to get out.
She was like, did Stephen Curry invent wearing black designers? Yes. And why?
Yeah, exactly.
And we were like, well, no, he didn't. But yeah, like, so yeah, that was some capital J journalism for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're still super appreciative.
Congrats.
Awesome moment for
it was awesome.
Us.
We're saying all this. It was very cool to be in the New York Times.
Very, very, very cool.
For me, it was my second time, along with the Wall Street Journal, Vanity Fair, and Vogue.
Disgusting. Not a humble bone in his body.
But I wanted to give Joe his flowers.
I appreciate it, and I'll take those flowers, man. This moment feels like 2017, so we're going to go ahead and end the podcast right here on this moment right now.
Rooting for chaos. If you're listening to this, congratulations to the Boston Celtics for winning.
Shout out,
forcing a Game 7.
Shout out to Chrome.
And if they didn't, they didn't. Oh, well. Bye.
First team this season.
Yo, go follow Survival of the Fitted wherever you get your podcasts. And then have 3 of your friends follow the podcast. And then have 3 of their friends follow the podcast. And then boom, it's the LeagueFits pyramid.